Hi, this is Ryan with Ryan Industrial, and this is my video on my inexpensive pallet fence. My fence is 35 feet long. I did have to buy some new material, but 90% of it is recycled or reclaimed pallets. Total cost was $31.45. Now how I got this going is I just picked up a bunch of pallets. I ended up using about 12 pallets. I did find some extra long ones for larger shippers and saved a little bit of time on finding more, but depending on your length you just have to make some measurements. How I did this, I tore the pallets apart. This ended up being my favorite or best working tool. It's just a nail removing pry bar, I believe it's called. I had it. I got it from my dad, but you can get them anywhere. Home Depot, Lowe's, and it's just made for removing nails. Obviously just a regular carpentry hammer. I ended up being pretty selective on which pallets I got. Some come with thinner pickets and then wider ones. This depends on what you want for your fence. I thought about even doing a 4-inch and then a 3-inch and a 4-inch and sort of checkerboarding it, but I ended up fortunately finding enough pallets to do the whole gate out of the same width. Some of the pallets had larger nails, or like say in this one they ended up putting 4. I ended up cracking the heck out of these things, so I tried to just stick to finding ones with either 2 or on the larger pieces here with just 3, and used that tool, got under here and just lightly tap it, and it'll eventually work those out enough where you can get to the heads. Some of them they use real tiny, I don't know what size nails these are, but they're the screw type, and that tool there, if you would use enough force, it would actually just break them. But once I took all the pallets apart, I was able to use the sides. I found some pallets without fork pockets, and I was able to double up the 2x4s to make my posts. Now my fence is only, the posts are only 30 inches tall, and then the gate itself, the entry gate, is about 36, so I don't have to go super high. So I was able to get 2 posts out of 1, made up 4x4 here. But only thing I can recommend, if you find a bunch of good pallets with the good pickets, but yet your sides have pockets, just reverse them, back on each other so the pockets aren't on the same side. That should probably strengthen it. You can use nails or screws. I'd recommend screws just so they last longer. And now I got a bunch of great firewood for when I go camping. But let's walk over to the fence. The fence is like 37 feet long, something like that. I'm still not finished. I have to finish this corner piece here by the jacuzzi, and I haven't been able to find any good pallets in the past couple days, so that'll be one other weekend project. And then I'm going to make a gate right there where the hibiscus is, so I can enter there as well as the main gate. Made my main gate 4 feet wide, so then that way I can get a tiller through there, my wheelbarrow, all that stuff, and then the smaller gate over here will just be for entry only, just for a person. I made my gate, unfortunately, because my dog ate my chickens. So fortunately they didn't die, but I had to do something because my garden and the main part of the yard that looks terrible right now, I needed separated just due to that fact, but I think it also looks nice. Like I said, I did have to purchase new material. What I had to purchase was the supports across for the pickets, $2.12 each. They're 2x4x8, so I just used that that measurement to space my posts. I actually came in just a little bit, so that on that way I wasn't worried about making a wrong calculation and being too wide. So I think I went like 7 feet 8 inches or 9 inches or something like that. I've got a total of 5 pickets, or excuse me, 5 posts. the posts are 30 inches tall and then 36 inches at the gate there, because I wanted the gate a little more strength, so I went taller on that. I also dug down 1.5 feet and cemented those posts, and then the smaller posts that just hold the side braces, I went down 1 foot. I said something online about you want 20% or 1/4 of the length in the ground, so if you need a much taller fence, if you need a 6-footer, then you're going to need to go down about 2 feet. So take that into consideration on when you get your pallets and stuff. Mine's more decorative, as well as, you know, just to keep the two areas separate. Some of the pickets, the ones up here, these are pine. The center one there, I found a good pallet and used that one. It's a hardwood pallet made for outdoors, as well as at the very end there. So those are, I don't know, maple or oak or something. But one thing I can recommend on all the pallet pickets that I ended up making or getting, to drill pilot holes and use screws. I set my electric drill to a torque setting. I did find if you didn't drive the pilot hole through, they would have a tendency to crack. Pallets are usually made out of crappy material, or seconds or whatever, so on this circumstance it works perfect. There's no, the strength is there, and the height. I went 5 inches between each picket, which actually ended up looking very nice and decorative. I came up with that number because it's large enough of a gap for the chickens to walk through, but yet small enough for my golden retriever to not get through and eat my chickens, right? So let's, I got the gate kit at Lowe's. It was like 12 bucks. It's just a basic kit. It's a little decorative, but it just has the regular whatever handle. And what I did is also I put the good side of the pickets facing out, so then that way when you come out of the house you see the good side. But you can see that they are used pallets from the inside, but I didn't really care. This is mainly just to keep my area segregated, and it ended up working out really well. I took the posts here, I just used regular cement. Most people recommended the quick drying cement, and then they recommended pouring the dry cement in the hole and then filling it with water and just letting it stay. I ended up using the 60-pound bags of the, I think it was 3,500 psi concrete. I used the same theory, but what I ended up doing was using just a fork that I got, like a, I guess people call it a potato, a spud fork or something like that, just that I used to till the ground. I poured it in there, added the water, and then mixed it with that just to make sure I got it all mixed together, and they're super strong. I haven't had, I thought maybe it'd lean or something like that, but it works out great, especially for my circumstance. And like I said, at your gate you want to go down further, or dig down further to just allow a little more strength, because the gate's going to be shutting and opening all the time. But see, I mean, it doesn't do anything. So on the other posts I just want 1 foot, like I said, and then I want 1.5 feet. You could go down 2 feet or whatever, but I wouldn't recommend going down only 1 foot or so. I would recommend definitely going twice the length, or at least 1.5 feet, so that way you have the extra strength. So it ended up working out really good, and like I said, it's all reclaimed, and it cost $32 to make a 37-foot fence. I still need to finish up that corner there, but I have a little cement left over, so maybe I'll have to buy one more bag, and that'll be it. So maybe an extra $5 and we'll be done. And I have some hinges and a latch that I have left over that I'm just going to use instead of buying another gate kit. But that's it. You don't have to necessarily just butt the pallets up like I've seen on YouTube so many times. Most people are holding in livestock and stuff. I'm just trying to keep my golden retriever out of the garden for meeting the chickens and stuff, but it also looks really decorative and nice. Eventually, when I find some more good pallets, I'm going to make a little bit of an archway over the gate there, and that's about it. So if you have any questions or comments, you can post it to my page, and I'll be more than welcome to answer any questions and helping you with your project. Thanks for watching.